So you vote for a political party, and you have no right to expect they'll do everything you want or that their views will be exactly the same as yours. You may send them money and loyally support them, but of course there's going to be some divergence between what you want them to do and what they actually end up doing. But for a party just weeks after taking office, in this case Republicans in the House, to flip 180 degrees on two of the biggest topics in American life, that's kind of a middle finger right in your face, isn't it? Here are a couple of examples. The new chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCaul of Texas, just announced on CNN over the weekend that any Republican who opposes sending billions more to Ukraine needs to be, quote, educated on why the borders in Ukraine matter a whole lot more than our borders here. Watch.
A lot of members of your conference, fellow Republicans, they want to stop giving money to Ukraine. Should Ukraine be worried that the money is going to stop coming from the U.S.?
No, I think there's enough support on both sides of the aisle, majority in the Democratic Party, majority in the Republican. The national security chairman, like myself, support this. We have to educate our members. I don't think they quite understand what is at stake.
So it was just right before the last election in November that Michael McCaul, that guy, was saying, no, we really should audit all these billions we've sent to Zelensky and his wife in Ukraine because we have no idea where the money went, and we should know before we send more. Now he's just saying no. The only group in America doesn't need to worry. You have to worry. You can't afford eggs. But Zelensky and his wife don't have to worry because we're never going to stop sending them billions of dollars. Then he went on to demand that the Biden administration send M1 tanks to Ukraine because that's the part, not to our border, of his state, over which over 7 million people have come in the last 2 years. No tanks on our border. But tanks for Ukraine's border. They don't have to worry. And Lindsey Graham, of course, agrees. Lindsey Graham got completely unhinged visiting his real constituents in Kiev over the weekend. Watch this.
All three of us, Republicans and Democrats, share the same goal.
Всі троє нас, і демократи, і республіканці, ми поділяємо спільну мету.
For Ukraine to drive the Russians out of Ukraine. To achieve that goal, the Ukraine military needs tanks.
І щоб досягти цієї мети, українське військо потребує танків.
I'm tired of the show surrounding who's going to send tanks and when they're going to send them.
Of course, Germany could pay for it. Europe could pay for it. Ukraine is in Europe. But there's Lindsey Graham standing between the two most left-wing members of the United States Senate demanding that you pay for it after a full year. They lied to you for a year and told you Ukraine was winning. Now they're conceding Ukraine is losing, and you have to double your commitment to Ukraine. Wow, they really don't care about you, do they? At all. And just to underscore how little they care, a few days ago, the new chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, a Republican from North Carolina called Patrick McHenry, announced that one of the biggest problems with American finance today, the thing he's worried most about, is that too many white men work in banking. This fact, this overabundance of male whiteness, is apparently a pressing emergency. So Congressman McHenry directed all 6 of the financial services subcommittees to get to work fighting whiteness. The subcommittee on housing and insurance, for example, will focus on, quote, policies that continue to strengthen diversity and inclusion in the housing industry. How about just housing for American citizens? No, it's got to be race-based, according to Congressman McHenry. In the case of the subcommittee on oversight, diversity and inclusion were the only specific oversight focuses that were listed. Now, what is this? We asked. We called around Capitol Hill, and one person with knowledge of the decision-making told us that Congressman McHenry is doing this because he does not want to upset Maxine Waters. That would be the ranking Democrat on the committee and a person with a long history of making hateful and violent statements about white people. So Maxine Waters is an out-of-the-closet racist. She's an accomplished hater, but Congressman Patrick McHenry of North Carolina is anxious to placate her. Not you, her, Maxine Waters. Now, why? Why is he so anxious to make Maxine Waters happy? We reached out to Congressman McHenry's office today to invite him on the show to explain. He, of course, declined. That offer is always open. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.